You ever wonder what it really takes to get a government job? And I don't mean just any job. I'm talking about a technical role, the kind that helps, build the world around us. Well, today we're going to put you to the test. Our source material isn't some article or a dry report. Nope, we've got the real deal. This is an actual recruitment exam for an ITI training officer. So think you've got what it takes? Let's find out.
All right, let's just dive right in. No warm-up, nothing. Here's a question straight from the general knowledge section. The Qutb Minar in Delhi. It's a world-famous landmark, right? But who was it actually named after? Go on, take a second. Lock in your answer. You got it? Okay, if you said B, you nailed it. It was named after the Sufi saint Khwaja Qutbuddin Bakhtiar Kaki. A lot of people think it was named after Qutbuddin Aibak, the ruler who started building it, but that's a common mix-up. So, one question down. Feeling good? Let's keep this going.
And that brings us to round 1, general knowledge. This is where the exam just wants to see if you have a broad awareness of the world. We're talking everything from history to sports. Let's see how you handle a little rapid-fire round. Okay, next up, a little regional history for you. The beautiful Juma Masjid in Bhopal. Any idea who is the ruler behind its construction? What do you think?
And the answer is A, Qudsiya Begum. Here's a cool little fact for you. She was actually the first female ruler of Bhopal. She commissioned this incredible mosque way back in 1837. What a legacy. All right, moving on.
From history, let's head over to the sports field. The Q.No Cup. Now, if you're a sports fan, this one should be a piece of cake. Which sport are we talking about here?
And of course, it's D, cricket. The trophy is named in honor of C.K. Naidu, who was the very first captain of the Indian cricket team in test matches. Okay, that's it for general knowledge. Let's ramp up the difficulty a bit.
Welcome to Round 2, Science and Tech. The questions here are all about testing your foundational knowledge in, well, everything from the natural world to the digital one.
First up, a question from the cosmos. We hear the term black hole all the time, but what is it really? The exam is looking for a pretty specific definition. What's your best guess?
If you went with B, a dead star, you are correct. See, when a really massive star runs out of fuel, it can just collapse under its own gravity. It creates a point so unbelievably dense that nothing, not even light itself, can get away. So yeah, it's the dead star that creates that mind-bending gravitational pull.
Okay, from outer space to cyberspace. If you've ever used the internet, you've seen CSS in action. It's the stuff that makes websites look good, instead of just being plain text. But do you know what the acronym actually stands for? This is a test of some pretty basic digital literacy.
And the answer is D, cascading style sheets. It's the language that controls all the colors, the fonts, the layout of a web page. It's absolutely essential in our digital world. So, how are you holding up? It's time to switch gears again.
And now we're at round 3, logic puzzles. This is where we move past just memorizing facts. This is all about problem solving, about thinking through a sequence of steps. Let's see how you do at these.
All right, I want you to really visualize this one. A person walks south, then they turn left, then right, and then right again. Try to trace that path in your head. When they finally stop, which way are they facing?
Let's break it down together. You start facing south. A left turn from there points you east. Then you turn right, which puts you back facing south. So that final right turn, that leaves you facing west. The correct answer is west. Did you get it?
Okay, let's really turn up the heat. Forget about directions. It's time for some algebra. Take a look at this expression. The whole goal here is to simplify this big chain of fractions. Go on, give it a shot.
And there's the answer. The trick here is spotting a pattern called the difference of squares. Basically, you combine the first two parts, which simplifies things way down, and then that new, simpler result combines with the third part. Then you just keep going. It's a really clever puzzle that's testing your methodical approach to a complicated problem. Feeling the brain burn yet? We've got one more round to go.
And here we are, the final round. This is where it gets really, really tough. These questions are pulled straight from the draftsman mechanical section of the exam. This is the specialized knowledge for this specific job. This is what separates the generalists from the specialists.
Take a close look at this diagram. It's showing an object from a very particular angle, one that reveals multiple sides at once. This isn't your standard front view or side view. In the world of technical drawing, what do you call this perspective?
Here's the actual image from the test paper. See how the labels for the top, side, and front views all kind of converge? Those angles at the bottom are a huge clue. This is all about how you represent a 3D object on a flat 2D plane.
The correct answer is C, an axonometric view. This is a totally fundamental concept in fields like engineering and architecture. It allows a draftsperson to show all this complex 3D information in just a single drawing. Okay, one last question.
Now this is a real deep cut. Just 2 characters, M10. I mean, to most of us, that's completely meaningless. But in mechanical engineering, that is a very specific specification. Any ideas? The correct answer from the test is B. It refers to a metric thread with a major diameter of 10 millimeters and a coarse pitch. That kind of standardization is exactly what lets us build these complex machines with parts made all over the world. Seriously, if you knew that one, that is truly impressive.
So we've gone all the way from Sufi saints to screw threads. What does this journey through a government exam actually tell us? Let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture.
I think the biggest takeaway here is the sheer breadth of knowledge that's required. It's not enough to be a technical specialist. A candidate needs to have a solid foundation in history, in science, computers, and logic, and that's before they even get to the really specialized questions about mechanical engineering. This test is looking for a truly well-rounded person, not just a technician.
And that really brings us to our final thought. The next time you look at a bridge, or a building, or any piece of complex machinery, I want you to remember this test. It's a reminder that our world isn't just built on concrete and steel. It's built on a foundation of deep, diverse, and rigorously tested human knowledge. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? In an age where everyone is specializing more and more, have we lost something by not demanding this kind of well-rounded expertise from all our builders and thinkers?